back at it once again. TNO, the second West Russian war submod, in fact. We're playing as NovoSibirsk, because they were one of the nations that were highlighted that are very interesting to play in the submod. And it's been a while since I played as a Russia unifier in TNO. Now, I also wanted to play a couple of other campaigns. Basically, the OFN maxing campaign, the Einheitspact maxing campaign, and the Co-Prosperity maxing campaign. For the Co-Prosperity, I've gotten a guide from a guy on Reddit who was kind enough to send it to me. I still need one for the Einheitspact, so if anyone knows it on how to optimally make the biggest Einheitspact that you can possibly make, do let me know where I can find it, or like type it out yourself. And the same with the OFN. If anyone knows how to make like the biggest OFN, let me know. I'd be very interested in making it happen. Right now, though, we got Alexander Pokrishkin, a legendary ace pilot in the Second World War, ready to get Russia back into a winning position and push back the vile Germans out of the Russian land. We also have like, what the hell is this? The Phoenix Corporation is one of the three main economic forces within the Federation and has long ties with Alexander Pokrishkin. That's us. As a principal arms manufacturer and distributor within the Federation, Phoenix is both the driving force behind the beating heart of the Federation's sizable army. Okay, so these are all things we have to worry about. Make sure they're loyal and not too powerful. Would love to get like maybe 6 more units out, or 7 to have like a full 12 stack. But for that, apparently we're lacking towed artillery. Oh, before I forget, yeah, we do need to scavenge for loot. That was a concept in here. I should do that more often. It's been a while since I played a Russian unifier, like I said. To fight for the people of Novosibirsk and to end the tyranny of the Silovik regime. Welcome, Comrade Sini. We must prepare for your first assignment. The pigs at the Sibir Corporation have opened a new manufacturing plant for the production of top-of-the-line small arms. It will be your job, or our job rather, to relieve the plant of its new manufacturing specs. I think Phoenix is the one that we need to appease the most, right? Vasily Shukshin used to love sitting by the river Ob, back when he had first accepted mayorship of Barnaul in the infancy of Pokrishkin's new state. It was a beautiful time of unfettered idealism and shaky hope in a murky future. And in between debates and briefings, Ob's glimmering waters were always waiting for him. Now, however, things were changing. The waters were getting filthier by the day as more business moved into town, raising factories and more along the Ob's bank. Although the Federation and Shukshin's own values lay based upon freedom, he could not help but feel perhaps it was leniency that allowed these industrialists to lay claim to his home. Was this corruption in and of itself a greater tyranny, perhaps? Still, he would have to tackle this problem in some other way. But how? And I felt only he could see Russia's pain. Is he alone? Can we do something? Oh yeah, we should probably fix our workers' discontent, huh? Somehow. Do we need to increase our GDP growth? Sure, we'll press this. The workers will become more discontent. And then buy it back down? Although, no. You know what? Yeah, we should. The evening passed Alexander Pokrishkin's... How do you pronounce it? Pokrishkin. Yeah, there we go. By like a warm, sun-tinged blur. The president of the Federation of Novosibirsk and Altai, to use his long-form title that even he found cumbersome, was hosting a dinner to honor the veterans of the Great Patriotic War. A few of them were his friends, but all were comrades. In the neatly ceramic-tiled dining chamber, the bawdy jokes of the aces echoed down the silent halls. Some of them did not partake in the festive occasions, however. Standing on the edge of the crowd were silent onlookers whose faces were tinted with a colorless pallor. Of joy long lost, the war might have left Novosibirsk and Altai. For now, for these, it never left them. Call it battle fatigue, shell shock, Pokrishkin sighed. There was no cure for the eternal affliction of soldiers. Mr. President, long time no see. The man started, his voice quieter than before. We were in the academy before, you know, the flight school. Oh, huh, nice to meet you, Mr. Apologies. It's been a bit. Surely you can understand the occasional forgetfulness on my part. No, that's not important. Still, got your head in the clouds? I don't seem to recall. Can I entreat you to enlighten me? No need. Curious fellow. There's a long history between President Pokrishkin and the Phoenix Federation. The state relies on the matter to provide military equipment for defense against its neighbors, and the former provides them with political clout to protect their labor practices, or lack thereof. I don't know, man. Let's go for the Siberian bear instead. I don't like the this seems like a dreamer type of person, and I feel like he'd want to improve the nation beyond the just military capabilities. As also maybe in the meantime... Oh, are they all regulars? Yeah, they are. Never mind. I should train them up properly, but no, they have enough experience. So if we want to do raids, we need at least 6 troops. Preferably 6 decently equipped troops. Which I don't know if these ones are. Strength of the people by a moderate amount. Sure, let's do that. This will increase our leanings towards federalism by a moderate amount. Another dark limousine. A lone man came out of the car, hands empty. Seva stepped forward, his hands away from his own weapon. Mr. Chernyshevsky, he asked. The man shook his head, opened the door to reveal his own boss, a short, stocky type. Seva recognized the man. Pokrishkin emerged from his vehicle. Any tension from the meeting evaporated as the bodyguard stepped aside, and the 2 powerful men shook hands and exchanged formalities. War, boss? Seva asked. Pokrishkin shook his head and smiled. No, not war, but perhaps the end of peace. Russia is waking up. Sounds good to us. I mean, Hitler did get like an assassination attempt. He's still alive as far as I know, but his health surely is deteriorating. This will increase our leanings towards collectivism by a moderate amount. Okay. We can diplomatically annex the target. What? Excuse me? Sure. We could potentially annex Tomsk with that. I did not know that was a thing. Just diplomatically. So just me, or did it go down? Scavenge for more loot, and I think we can... Exactly. Keep up the pressure. Don't let him get away. He's the one that tried to kill the president. Despite all his efforts, there was little he could do to disperse the crowd that were fleeing in every direction after the sound of 2 missed gunshots echoing in the Novosibirsk square. He turned around once to see Pokrishkin with his characteristic uniform being escorted by a squad of agents to safety, somewhere near his residence. But he did not lose track of the assassin as he headed into the narrow roads. However, as he saw him reach the bridge and jump over the railing, he shouted in vain one last time as the killer fell into the freezing waters of the Ob River. 2 days later, Pokrishkin was in a highly classified meeting in the presidential residence, together with the security minister Glinka. The proof had been laid out in front. It was clear as day. The Narodniks were behind the recent attempt on his life. The trail of evidence had been followed by his trustworthy subordinates, and now it was time for justice to be served. Sir, things are different now. We thought the Narodniks were simple nuance to the Federation, a small group that could be rooted out. The assassination attempt proves the exact opposite. They are a credible threat with influence in the underworld, and one which will have to be dealt with. Let's try and do our best with that, huh? An ultimatum from Oirotia. Okay, who the fuck is that? Alright, let's go crush them. Underfoot. Unlocks the Narodnik investigation decisions and activates the mission Crush the Agitators. Okay. We got 200 days for this. First, we gotta break into them. Apparently, we're gonna be blowing up a bridge for the Narodniks. Sure. We will not back down. We will get that. Yep. I think they only have 2 units, so we should be just fine. Might even steal their resources instead. Thank you for the guns. The agitators have been pushed back a little bit. In Narodnik sabotage, god damn it. And keep increasing the pressure. We're almost halfway through the Tomsk mission. Does diplomatic pressure work? I'm gonna try anyway. Is it just me or did Tomsk get bigger? I don't mind, because that means that I'll get bigger, but still. Better dead than red, am I right, fellas? I don't know about that, man. You sound like a cop. Kemerovo is coming after us this time around. Okay. Hopefully they have less than 6 troops, which would mean we will win. I cannot see how many troops they have. And there we go. It's pretty much a victory. Oh no, they definitely have enough troops, but mine are better. Oh, 25% more. Good. I think now we can do the final raid, right? Indeed. Not a moment too soon, I'd say. We're gonna bust the gangs. Chief Glinka, his steely eyes glittering in the light of the projector, tapped his baton against the screen for the umpteenth time. This is gonna be our hardest test yet. But rely on your training and the man in front of and behind you, and we'll see this terrorist nest blown off that map. Bust them indeed. Anyway, thank you for the guns. Appreciate it. Keep investing everything we can. We're getting closer and closer to annexing Tomsk. Oh, the final raid worked. Luka winced, ears ringing, his helmet suddenly extremely light around his head. Rubble flaked off his shoulders like dandruff, dust clogging his mask. He shook his head, attempting to clear his senses. Everything stood still for a moment, a perfect crystal eternity that was shattered by the lap on his back plate. But a slap on his back plate. Luka certainly surged forward, Kalashnikov held at the ready. The concrete tunnels were tight and difficult to fight in. But the breaching blast the SB men had discharged had stunned the Narodniks for a crucial moment needed to take them by surprise. Fuck, shouted a man, covered in pasty white dust, blood trickling from his nose. We're done, we give up, just stop killing us, please. The ringleaders, 6 in total, of the Narodniks were brought into SB custody, and the Red Menace of Novosibirsk was finally brought to heel. Their socialist agitators are now gone. We can start training elite troops now. Ooh, now that's interesting. Gentlemen, it's an honor to have Mr. Suvorov, a veteran of the legendary Siberian War, here with us today. Please welcome him. The applause as the respected veteran rose from his seat wasn't much louder than when the seemingly irrelevant commander had stood up to introduce him. After greeting his old friends, he sat down again to speak to the young recruits about his experience. Mr. Suvorov, how did you come to be an instructor in the Federation's army? The veteran was quick to reply. You see, back when I was in the army, things were not so bright in these lands. The old Republic was fighting a seemingly endless war against Yagoda's hawks, but it was failing, and I felt like I had to do something about it. That was when I met President Pokrishkin, who was one of the few to look at the situation not through an overly idealistic lens. He was planning to bring peace to Novosibirsk and Altai, and I decided to join him in the endeavor. As you know, he succeeded, and here we are. Old soldiers never die. We got our 7th unit. Alright. Our army is growing. Not much, but it's growing ever so slightly. We're so close to taking over Tomsk. I can actually also launch my own demand for loot. They refused tribute between Barnaul and... Okay, which one is that? This one right here. So, come on. Shorten the front line to there, please. Barnaul and Pavlodar. Ah, no, quite the opposite. To here, please. Well, our troops are already here. If we're lucky, we'll be able to destroy them before they get theirs in. And we did. We get a free spoil, can scavenge for some more loot, and build up a little bit more. I think we're like 2 clicks away, right? Before we get Tomsk. Oh, just one more push. Hell, we might even be able to use our command power for the final push. Or maybe not. There we go. Take over Tomsk. What does that do? Oh, look at us. We don't get their manpower though, sadly, or their units. We'll have to build that up ourselves. And there we go. Integrate Tomsk. That should give us some stuff, right? And we keep worsening the workers' conditions. I don't want to get that too high up there. And this is definitely not helping. Thousands of workers were on strike outside of the steel mill in the industrial sector of Novosibirsk. Then a shot rang out. Panicked workers trampled each other to get out of the line of fire, while corporate security fired wantonly into the crowd, all for the pursuit of profit. You can go after the Kazakhs again, yeah. They have loot. I need loot. Give it to me. Let's try and take over Kemerovo next, huh? With at least 1 unit against East Kazakhstan. Ah, okay. We gotta do it like this. Wait for our organization to come back a little bit, and then we'll just pop this bad boy. Hello? Why can't I press this? It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Do I need to save and exit the game, maybe? Let me try that, huh? Or like load the game, rather. Okay, there we go. Now I should be hopefully able to press the button. There we go. Initiate raid. They refuse tribute. We will kill them. There's a Yasuda crisis already. Okay. In the future, I think I might like to have 1 more artillery, 1 more anti-tank, and maybe then 1 more infantry. Because our current troops are doing a great job. How many people do you think lived here? Anatoly asked one of his companions who had joined him on this trek. Huh? Oh, I don't know, a couple hundred maybe? Who cares? They're all gone. I care. Anatoly responded but said nothing more and let the back of the truck return to its somber silence. Yet the gears of his mind continued unabated. He would care. He would not sit idly by any longer and allow the ravages of war to snuff out the lives of his countrymen. This cycle of destruction and violence had to end somewhere. It was naive to think so. Anatoly looked back towards the ruined towns as it began to recede into the grey distance. In the wastes of Siberia, a man dreams of a better tomorrow. That man is Albert Einstein. Now that's me. First, we gotta kill some of our own countrymen before we can win. And now the Ural, Sverdlovsk wants to come after us. I don't think so, buddy. Actually, I might need like 4 more units. Where's Sverdlovsk? Where the fuck are... Oh, all the way up here? Yeah, that's gonna take us a while. Hopefully I can finish this one up first. And then send my army in. We seized stuff. Import industrial equipment? Sure. Then send our men over to Sverdlovsk. Tell them to fuck off. Oh damn, there's not much supply in here. That's gonna kinda suck. Might lose this one then. Especially because I didn't get to recover my organization enough. Although, the enemy was defeated pretty much instantly. Never mind. I am the greatest man alive. We would need motorized equipment? I didn't know we didn't build any. Sure. Oh, we went to the next stage, I think. Yeah, rumors of attacks. We don't know who the contender is. Okay. We gotta be careful now. Oh, we can occupy Tomsk apparently. Sure. And maybe we'll attack Oyrotia. It's a Siberian Black Army that declared war on us. Okay, fair enough. I'll deal with Oyrotia first and then I'll come after them. Although saying that, I have 4 units that are eager to be pumped out. There you go. We, of course... Did we declare war? Kemerovo also. Are you kidding me, you fucking asshole? Alright. Fair enough. And Kemerovo actually won against these motherfuckers. Stop attacking. We'll figure something out. And slow down time maybe as well. Have they cored this yet? No, they haven't. So that's good for us. Means we don't have to take all of that. At least the Siberian armies is losing their tiles. This is just absolute chaos. Alright, that's one dealt with already. And same with the Black Army. Okay. I'm guessing Krasnoyarsk will also attack us. Because there's 3 contenders in total. Me, Krasnoyarsk, and People's Revolutionary Council. There's 2 rumors of attack on us. 2 attacks that are gonna happen. So I wonder who the other 2 are gonna be, huh? It's gonna be these 2. Occupy... And then we'll also occupy Kemerovo. Thank you. Let's steal some of their supplies, I guess. I think Shukshin does have like a compelling argument, right? Because our administrative efficiency will be improved because of that. Oh, we're gonna have a raid Shadow Legend. And we're losing the raid too. That's the worst part of it. Because our troops weren't in position. Ah, damn it. My bad. I don't know why they didn't take the troops that were actually closer, but hey. Maybe that's just me thinking a bit too clearly. A lot of military supplies amassed. You know what? Get some stability. And less chaos as well. Okay, so it seems Krasnoyarsk doesn't want to go to war with us yet. So I'm just gonna bump this up. Maybe I'll annex them the peaceful way. Adolf Hitler has died. Uh-oh. Too bad for Germany. Well, good for us though. Especially considering Germany's now in civil war. Here we are, come on. Krasnoyarsk, ready to take over. Thank you. And I'll put our troops onto the Revolutionary Council. Tanatuva. We will, of course, not back down. In fact, we're crushing them so easily. What the hell, man? Now that we've done that, I think it's time for us to attack the Revolutionary Council. I think with this, we'll be pretty much ready to attack, right? How is our... We got a lot of trucks. Let's maybe try and motorize our equipment a little bit more. Off we go. This shouldn't take us too long, though. Come on, take the capital, and that'll be it, right? That will pretty much be it. We have received a telegraph from the office of Konstantin Rokossovsky, Marshal of the Ural Military District of Sverdlovsk. He wants us to go after Omsk. Sure. Omsk is a danger to everything. There we go, that's cleaned up. Everyone go and deal with Omsk now. And let's go with Sibir as well for our economy. Occupy. With this, I think we are the only one for Central Siberia, right? A bunch of people from Krasnoyarsk also join us. The Tuva I don't know if I want to create a Tuva proposal. They will be annexed like the rest. Actually, let me see. If we have to pump a dude out, sure. But if it's going to be like an autonomous thing within us, no. Alright. It didn't get pumped out, so we're good. Oh, we can only do this once we finish the regional unification, which we're almost there, I think. A new republic. Oh, hell yeah. It seems like Irkutsk is winning. Under Yagoda. That's not great. Might have to crush him, huh? Can take some stuff off the Kazakhstanis. I wouldn't really mind that, if I'm being real with you, Chief. Turn up our boys a little bit. Click that button while we're training. The loyalty of the people while decreasing the strength of the people. That's good. A sovereign heartland. Yevgeny Primakov was no stranger to struggle. From eating meals made of sawdust bread to working as a guard at shady brothels and clubs, Primakov was molded by the cold, unflinching environment that surrounded him. By stabbing the backs of both friend and foe, he slowly ascended the food chain, and in the process had learned an essential truth. Man is selfish. Any man will do what they need to do to make it in the land of the strong. It's a win or lose society in the streets of Novosibirsk, and Primakov was no loser. Despite what the naive liberals in the Barnaul or despicable socialists in the countryside deluded themselves into denying, there is no idealistic, glorious future. Only the cold, unflinching truths of society. Primakov let a faint smile creep across his tired face. Maybe one day he could indulge in the frivolous excesses of the joys of life. These intruding thoughts quickly ceased in the face of a much louder intrusion, banging on the door of his office. Yevgeny nervously rose from his leather chair, twisting the handle to reveal a startling sight. "Good afternoon, Mr. Primakov. I'm here to see to our previously discussed deal," Vikenty dryly informed the pale-faced Yevgeny, forging a quick, faint smile as he passed into the cramped quarters of Primakov's office. "We paid a lot of money to get you where you are today. My employers express dissatisfaction with your difficulty. I suppose you are quite the busy man, right, Primakov?" "Yes, well, who is that standing near the door?" "That's Mr. Sokolov. We are not friends, Mr. Primakov. We're associates, if you must. What I need from you is a couple favors. On behalf of our bosses, we will provide you with adequate payments and you will, well, make sure everything is in working order." And Primakov learned a third truth that day. There will always be a superior. Damn it, it's once again broken. I'll have to save and reload. Now it works perfect. Are they gonna give me their loot or no? They better. Oh, they did. Yep, they actually just paid it. Thank you. I will use it to get more workers. There we go. We've done it, I'm pretty sure. With this, we can unify our region and form the Central Siberian Federation. This also unlocks the second part of our focus tree. And let's start by improving our economy. But that will be it for today. I've been recording for about slightly more than 2 hours. I'm gonna cut this down. Next up, we'll probably unite our half of Russia. We'll fight against most likely Irkutsk and become the glorious Siberian nation. After which we will unite all of warlord Russia. And after that, I'm gonna smack Germany in the ass. Not on the cheek, but like in it. Don't ask me about the logistics of that, but we'll make it happen. Regardless, that will be it for today. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Hopefully have a nice day. Bye-bye.